As a person who's worked in marketing and care a lot about how things are presented, this makes me want to fight somebody. Here is my unfiltered opinion about these two books. This is going to be brutally honest. In an interview that Courtney Burgess and his attorney did.
So there's two versions of the book.
This is the rated R. This is the rated R.
It is Kim Porter's book, but not necessarily some of the stuff with the celebs that were mentioned besides.
It's hers. Nobody touched it.
Oh, so it is her official book.
Yes.
They stated that these books were completely different, as though they were like apples and oranges.
And no one touched it.
Nobody altered it. Nothing.
So it's not the copy that the gentleman said that he was selling before, no.
No.
It's two different copies. That one was edited, and we have the original copy.
So you're saying that the other copy was an actual real copy, even though the family said it wasn't?
It was a derivative work.
That is not true. That is a fabrication. Based off of both books, they have the same number of chapters, and I would say confidently 95% of the text is the same. They've filled in one person who we were not aware of, and then there was a couple other names thrown in the mix. There are some discrepancies, like things that were right in this book and not in this book. For instance, Tupac's testicle was destroyed in this book. His lung was destroyed in this one. It's not clear how many children that Faith has when she is talking to Diddy. The character Kim references Tiana being an orphan if Big dies, but Tiana has a mom, right? So why would she be an orphan? And then there's a problem with the present and past tense when Faith is talking to Sean. She says, Chris is sweet, but Chris passed away. So he was sweet, not he is sweet. There's a moment early in the book where the character Kim is describing a situation. She's the narrator of the story. And then it says, Kim replied, you saw my face go, wait, what? Like, that was random. There are moments where there are sophisticated verbs and adjectives, combinations, and there are moments where it all goes to hell, where there are apostrophes with no S's, where there are periods with no question marks. It is random. It's like someone who had a really sophisticated handle on the English language did some editing, and someone that's not so sophisticated went added their own stuff. You can tell. Also, the slang that she uses, especially in the Kadada era, is very antiquated, is giving early 2000s a really dope vibe. He's a really dope, like, even when she references the character I'll Be Sure, like, really dope. Like, now being in California could be the reason. We do have a bit of a, hold on, I'm dry. We do have a Valley accent, but her slang is very old. So my question is, are these notes like from a long time ago? Or was this a person that was not black that decided like this would be very cool, it's very dope vibe, very chill, like who thought that they were putting a little sauce on it? Like that stands out and it doesn't make sense. It doesn't match. Her cadence and her voice is consistent. That is the drawing part. The way that she references the time periods, he's never hit me, he's never punched me, he's never put his hands on me. Well, that's not true, because you are writing the present, then there's no language that says, at this point, he hadn't put his hands on me. Well, yeah, he did slap me around a couple times, but, you know, he hasn't done this. Well, he may have put me in the hospital, but he didn't do anything to Quincy. Like, that pacing is missing. It's so absolute. It's so childlike. It's so immature. And he's never hit me. 3 chapters later, and she in a full body cast. You know, it's like, huh? The spellings and grammatical errors are offensive. I'm offended by them. Grammarly is your friend. ChatGPT could have helped too, especially as small as it is. Like, this is literally a term paper. ChatGPT could have got you together. At least the pictures are interesting if you've never seen them. I saw the pictures in the other videos that he did, the interviews, so I was not taken aback. The pictures might take somebody to a place where you're like, oh, I've never seen these people like this, and that might be worth it to you. But at the end of the day, like, it's not implicating really anything. This is not proof. Now, what's crazy is I saw him share an alleged picture, rather, of Justin Bieber. That is not in this book. And I saw him show that picture in an interview with this, I guess his name was Lionel B. Let me just go through it real fast. Short little thing. I've seen all these other pictures, and that picture is not in here. So I don't know if the people's got to him, because it's not in here. And there's two of Andre Harrell, and Andre Harrell's no longer with us, so I think it's interesting that you're going to add those pictures. There's no mention of Cassie at all, which is interesting because we know that Cassie and Kim most definitely spend a lot of time around each other, and it's peculiar that there's no mention at all of her, not nary a one. Bottom line, this book was $30. This book was 20 something. They are absolutely overpriced. Is it a keepsake? Is it something for the ages? I don't think that they are. If you are able to listen to the video or to borrow a friend's copy, then I say do that. He made $1.5 million off of this one. God bless you for bringing this out and probably connecting some dots for some people. But don't get this man another million for this. Don't do that. Because here's my thing. I read this and I took the time to go back and edit this shit. Like, presentation is everything. Do I think it's real or not? I don't know. I'm referring to it as an unverified memoir. I believe there are some truths that lie beneath that are in the book. I'm not going to tell the world what I believe to be true. I'm going to leave it to you to decide for yourself. I think it's a fantastic story. If it was a movie, I would go and see it, but not this version of the script, a version of the script that makes sense. Past, present, and future will be clearly defined, but I do think it has the makings of being a good movie, and I think it's a cautionary tale of what a lot of women and men go through in the industry. With that being said, as a person who's worked in marketing and care a lot about how things are presented, this makes me want to fight somebody. I think I am completely done with my obsession over this. I hope that you guys have gotten your feel too, and we can all move on. We can all move on. There is a version of this that I put up on my membership that is not censored. There's no words taken out. It's all curse words, and the names are I left in as is, in case anyone was irritated by the pauses or the breaks. And sorry, I just read this whole thing today, so I'm feeling like blah. All right, guys, let me know your thoughts. I'll be reading in the comments. Bye.